Well, I've been upgrading a little bit, and I mean, as you can tell, I've been stripping this old locker room or barracks for a construction site, right? And the decommissioned one, and was, was falling apart anyway. But I found this sink here, not with a running water. I mean, like I could basically hook it up to a canister or some, like a tank, some kind of a water tank, I suppose. And that way I would have running water. But the part is, I bought this one, right? Remember? And well, using that one, I produce coal, right? Red hot coal, and the coal is, it's not fuming anymore. It's well, it has given off all the gases that it can, right? And I take it to this box here, which is a food container heater, and I put the coal on top of this slate here, and it heats it to well above 50 degrees Celsius. That's where my thermometer stops, right? So I'm not sure where it's at, but anyway, I put the coal there, and it's not giving off any fumes, but I put some straw, some freshly cut straw from, for an example, oak or whatever you want to smoke something with, right? So you get the smoky gases inside of it, and it gets heated 50-60 degrees maybe. So I basically built myself a smoker. I'm gonna smoke my fish here, huh? That's pretty cool, huh? I mean, with this setup I can smoke my food and preserve it even though I don't have a refrigerator, right? I mean, it makes it so much easier. And besides, maybe I can smoke vegetables like bell peppers or whatever. I can do so many things with this. And it's such a simple solution. Just steaming hot red coal, put it on the slab here. This one is loose, right? It heats all of it, and you put some finely chopped wood on top of it, of any kind you want in the smoke, and ta-da! You have yourself a smoker. I decided that today is the day to smoke some fish, right? And this is where I get the red hot steaming coal, okay? I'm roasting a bit of this because it's been raining all day and it's been a little bit wet, so I wanted it a little bit drier, right? And this is where the magic happens, remember? The heating cabin, right? Like for food, lunch boxes. And this is what it looks like, you know? It's getting along real nice, and you got the coal there. I added some stones to pick up the heat a little bit, but the way it looks right now, it's really nice. And the fish is called tench in English, right? Sutare in Swedish, but tench. That one is a little bit fatter and reminds you of eel almost in the texture. It's like eel, a little bit fatter, and when you smoke it, it is really good, they say. This is my first time, so we'll see what happens, but I'm happy with what I have so far, right? Like that, not too complicated. Coal for heat, sprinkle a little bit of this on top of it, You get the smoke. Yeah, that's about it. Now I noticed that I need to get a better hook suspension thing going, because this one fell off, but that way I can show you what it looks like on the inside. It's cooked straight through, a little bit fatter, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And the smell is not as smoked as I wanted it to be, but I mean, that's just an adjustment, right? So yeah, it is pretty cool. This way I'm gonna have the opportunity to store fish over time, and well, you know, I don't want it going bad and infested with different kinds of diseases, so smoking is a perfect thing to do. And I did see this, right? Eggs. It's like kind of like rum, so I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna try to smoke those as well, but I haven't decided yet. I'm not sure this rum is, you know, any good, but how much different can it be from the other one, right? I made this one to cast some shade on the back side of it. Some of my plants, they like a semi-shady place to grow in, and I'll do what I can to get that done, right? Also, another note, I've been watching the solitary bees come and go, right? They've been inspecting my cavities on the logs and so on. For example, I saw one go into this hole here just to check it out and then leave, right? So I've decided to put some poles up, just normal posts, and I'll drill some hole in them, and we'll see if they like it. I'm also getting closer to the end result here, where I have all of the retainer walls up, right? These are made from planks, and they're gonna go a little bit more reddish to the color, red-brown maybe. These are prefabricated, and I had them lying around. They're gonna go somewhat grayer, so I mean, they're gonna blend in pretty well at the end, but right now I mean, it's not my preference, but it's what I had and it's what I did, you know. Well, and to another thing, I have dug a well here. Remember the hole we had, right? So under this one I get crystal clear water that gets filtrated through the ground, right? See this one? Absolutely clear. And that way I can support the plants with natural water and not the chemically mixed tap water we have, at least in Sweden. I mean, like, I'm guessing it's the same everywhere, right? But this one's way better, and there's no smell to it. So, I mean, theoretically, I could filter it, boil it, and use it as drinking water. And it's not like I'm gonna do it, but I could. And I mean, this one's maybe 1.5 meters, 70 deep, and still I got fresh water in it, right? Imagine if I dug a little bit deeper. You could easily set yourself up with water for any need, right? And that's pretty cool to know. All right, I started planting a little bit around this one, but only gone that far so far. And what else? So we have a side here where some of the animals, they try to get in here, right? Like deer and whatnot. So I put posts here, and in between the posts I put up wire, just regular wire, nothing fancy. But I'll show you later on why I chose wires. And I mean, one of the reasons is that you don't need a permit for it, of course, right? And around here they are somewhat special, so I better stick to the rules. And that's what it's gonna look like around the structure here, right? I mean, I'm gonna fill a little bit more with topsoil, and I got some planting to do, but you know, so far so good, right? All right, later.